Guess who's back?
There we go. Well, guys, welcome back to another Angler News KZN Fishing Report with Vinesh, Soogreem and Ray Thompson, proudly brought to you by the Kingfisher. So, Ray, what a week, my friend. I thought 2 weeks ago we had the best week of the season, but I was mistaken. It's getting better and better and better. The fishing is truly remarkable.
I hate to tell you this. 2 weeks ago was in heads. This week, edibles and in heads.
That's what I'm saying. It's getting better.
Getting better.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So last week we had some fun.
Yes.
And we thought we had some fun, but the guys down the south coast.
Well, all the way in the Transkei even. In the wall.
Yeah, all the way. Mazeppa. Guys, if you want to see some crazy footage, it's all on the side of the screen or on our socials, but Mazeppa is on fire. However, this is the KZN.
That's correct.
That's what we're focusing on. So if you want to go to Mazeppa, guys, there are some great guides out there. Make sure to get out there. Now is the time. The fish
They're catching a lot of fish. A lot of bronzies, a lot of raggies. Yeah, it's definitely the time for Mazeppa. It's firing.
All right, and same with Port St. John's.
Oh, yes.
Fish, lots of cob. There we go.
Lots of big cob too.
Yeah. So Port St. John's firing at the moment. Some good sharks as well. So that inedibles is there. But now moving down the south coast, Ray, we were looking at those images. Some massive fish coming out down the south coast. Guys, they are shad. They are bronze bream. There's cob. There's brusher. You tell me about the tuna on the offshore side.
Definitely, the Shelly Beach area, tuna, big tuna.
Yeah.
And a lot of tuna too. So that's nice. It means the water's cold. Those tuna will start moving up. So I reckon another month and then Durban's going to start firing. And of course the north coast further on.
Of course, absolutely. And let's not forget about the pompano. Now we're going to be mentioning pompano throughout this entire show because the pompano are crazy all over and beautiful size.
Lovely pompano. I've seen some lovely photos, 10 kilos and downwards. So yeah, the guys that are fishing for pommies at the moment, the entire stretch of coastline, that's the fish. But I'm sure I said that last time.
You did say that last time.
They started up on Vital side and
absolutely.
They've moved down.
You did call it as always. So we're doing really well, my friend. I mean, I think of this last 12 episodes that we've done together, we only got one slightly wrong.
Yeah. But that was where
Now, continuing with that pompano, moving down to Warner Beach, Kingsborough, the Relovo stretch. Your area has been doing well. We had some fun last week.
Some nice carp. And bronzies. Yeah, we did have some fun last week.
Yeah, now that bronze bream, guys, I mean, we got some footage out there, which still has to get into production. However, Ray, tell them how close this fish were.
You can hit them with the tip of your rod. They were coming out the water, their backs, their tails.
Guys, it was absolutely crazy.
Before.
I was
I don't think he's
blown
ever
away.
looked for them.
I mean, the bronze bream was literally 5 meters away from us, and I am guilty. And my friend Kobeni, if you are watching, you're guilty as well. We didn't have bait. Right?
Yeah, they were supposed to bring crackers. They never did, so their fault.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we didn't have the bait for them, and that is what Ray was talking about. It was sightseeing fishing. You could literally see the fish you want to catch, and 100%. These bronze bream were huge down at Warner Beach.
3-4 kilo fish, decent fish. They were guns.
They were proper fish. And we did hook up onto what you thought was a cob.
Yeah, except in the octopus. Yeah, you know the story.
Yeah, we had an octopus. We lost 1 or 2 fish, but there's some serious reef down there. So
big reef.
Suggestions, how do you avoid losing that fish out there on those reef?
Pull as hard as you can, but and quickly. When you're fishing in the reef, you definitely got to pull that fish. There's no finesse about it. Pull him as hard and as fast as you can. Don't give him an inch of string. Yeah, that's it.
All right, cool. Well, pull hard, right? And the fish are big, so I think we should be pulling hard.
There's a lot of cob down there as well, by the way, which we never really got to experience, unfortunately. But that's for another show, don't we?
No, that's coming through.
It's only getting better.
The hints, stay tuned, follow, subscribe.
There we go.
Now, moving on down to Durban. Okay, so now I heard let's start off with the harbor. Lots of grunter, but no big grunter.
Yes.
Right? There's been a couple snapper salmon. There's been some are those sea pikes still around?
No, they seem to have disappeared now. The water's starting to get cooler.
Yeah.
Those sea pike disappear. There is, however, a lot of walla walla still around.
Still, eh?
Still.
Wow.
There.
Okay.
Anyway.
Now, moving on to the rock and surf of Durban. I've heard of a couple shad. Pompano, 100%.
And more pompano.
Yeah. So on Saturday morning, I was taking a walk around Blue Lagoon. One of the anglers got 5. right? Now, one was a decent size. The other four were
a little bit small, but you put them back, so
yeah, of course.
that's good.
You know, so the thing is, like, there are pompano around. They shared around. I heard there's still the stumpies. Yes.
Stumpies, don't worry, the stumpies are still there.
Right, and any other species you can think of? The innards, what happened with them? Gone a bit quiet.
Oh, it's gone quiet. It's been 2 days of northeasterly. As you can see, the weather's not right, the water's not right. The temperature, however, has been very warm off Durban. I mean, yesterday it was sitting at 25 degrees off Durban.
Yeah.
At this time of the year.
No, it's crazy. The water temperature is very, very high. But that should be good for the ski board fishing because Brad did tell me this.
Got some Dorado.
Yes.
Brad got some Dorado. So I don't want to say too much because that gives people false hope. But Brad got some Dorado here this week off of Durban.
And speaking on the offshore side, Ray, I heard the snook are still wild.
Yeah, still plenty.
Plenty of snook.
Princess Grant, that area.
Oh, guys, stay tuned to the Kingfisher side because when I went to pick up Ray just now, he was unpacking some amazing lures that the Kingfisher has for the snook. I mean, I saw that stuff and I was like, please put it on the shelf so I can get some. And you're like, no, he still has to price them. But some amazing new lures coming out from the Kingfisher for the snook that we're talking about.
Yes.
Right, moving up to the North Coast. Now, thank you, Martin, for the visuals of the North Coast.
Good day, Vinesh and all anglers. Yeah, same ocean, different spot. Bronze Beach, Umhlanga. A heavy southeaster wind present. Yeah, this is your sea conditions for this week so far. From the side, Martin, Kocha, over and out.
And Jesse, amazing report, Ray. He was happy. There's been a lot of activity in Belito Salt Rock.
A lot of shade up that side for some reason. They seem to miss us again at the moment. A lot of shade up there. There's Bream up there. There's Stumpies up there and Pompano up there.
Right.
But the Durban area seems to be very quiet with shade. From Amazon, Texas, all the way through
it has been quiet. I didn't get
Belito. It's quiet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. In fact, on Saturday, so yeah, speaking about those guys, on the Saturday mornings, I take a drive from pretty much Tongat or Umhlanga right down to your Manzantoti, just showing you what the water conditions are like. So if you want to see what this is like, make sure to join my TikTok feed, Angler News SA, and that's where you'll see what's going on. So if things are not looking so rosy down in Umhlanga and they're a little more lively at Anstey's, for example, well, you know, just head to Anstey's or head to Manzantoti.
Yeah, it's always nice having live feed so you can always see what's happening. You get up in the morning, we want to go fishing, let's just quickly have a look, and you'll see the footage from all the areas, and you'll say, hey, best water, Umhlanga.
That's it, and I'll be chatting with the anglers as well, Ray, and the guys will be telling me whether they've been sitting out there the whole night and got nothing, or Shad came on the bite at 4 in the morning.
There we go.
You know,
so you already know what to fish for.
Exactly.
100%.
You know, so that's why you want to follow Angling USA, and well, come and hang out with Ray and I, and we'll tell you a bit more.
Takes out all the guesswork.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's what we are trying to do. Now, speaking about other species, sand sharks. Apart from the South Coast, I didn't hear too much on the North Coast.
Zululand had some.
They got some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sodwana had a few. Not big ones, but they're there.
All right.
They are
cool. Richards Bay, St. Lucia. As always, I get more of the offshore news. Have you heard of what's been going on?
A lot of snapper salmon and that up in that area. Obviously, there are pompano around the entire area.
We forgot to tell them about the triple tail that's coming out.
Oh, that Labotas at Tugela. Big one.
And there's been a few coming out as well. I mean, we saw the big one. What you said, about 8 kilos, yes?
At least 8 kilos. Lovely Labotas. I haven't seen a big one like that in a long time.
And then, okay, so we know Dean Reddy has been smashing that pompano up in the Richards Bay section, but he smashes everything.
Yeah, I know.
But Dean Reddy is doing really good right now, guys. Another Kingfisher boy, Dawa boy. So, you know, that's not the reason we are, you know, giving him this whole big up. This guy every week is catching fish that's worthy of front pages. You know, so Dean Reddy, huge shout out to you. Thank you for bringing through those amazing catches that makes our jaw drop and gets us inspired. This week it was him with pompano. Last week he had some kingies and, you know, the sand sharks. He's doing really well. So, yeah.
He's a fish magnet.
He is like a fish whisperer, this dude.
Yeah, he's a fish magnet.
All right. So that's Dean. On the offshore side in those areas, guys, there's still plenty of kuta coming around. They did look like more of that shoaling kuta, Ray.
Definitely.
And Jesse spoke about a lot of shoaling kuta around right now as well.
There was the pedal ski comp that they had this weekend that just gone past, and the biggest one, if I remember correctly, was 26 kilos.
Wow, yeah. It was
Big
about
fish.
that. Yeah, that UKFC comp that was on.
That's correct.
Yeah, some lovely fish coming out.
Correct.
And those pedal ski guys do well after the Durban Ski Board Festival.
Saturday was a knockout. Sunday was a lot quieter, but a lot of kuta.
Yeah,
a hell of a lot
plenty.
of kuta.
Right.
And a lot of bigger kuta than what they actually caught here at the ski
Yeah, and they did get a lot at the Ski Ball Club. So yeah, well done to the UKFC boys.
Correct.
Guys, go and check out the UKFC page if you want to see those catches. They're always active and bring through some of the freshest news. All right, so now that rounds off our saltwater. Ray, moving on to our freshwater. I spoke to Jan yesterday. I spoke to Jesse yesterday. It is happening, Ray.
Albert Falls.
Albert Falls, absolutely.
Falls.
Inanda still doing well.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Midmar's quiet.
Yeah, I didn't get too much of Midmar. However, the trout action, right? Guys, we have got 2 weeks left for that river action.
River action, bud. Yeah.
Then the window's closed, season's closed. So, take advantage on that river action. And then on the Stillwater side, it's fantastic at the moment.
Quick question. How good is your fly fishing skills?
I haven't fly fished in a while. And the last time I fly fished with you.
I've got a plan.
So, yeah.
I think it's time for us to go fly fishing. Catch some trout.
Well, there's only one place I like to go fly fishing.
100%. And I'll book it. And
You'll book it?
Yes.
We're on.
Challenge. We're going to go.
100%. You serious?
We're going.
It's been years since I've done that. Tell them. Tell them where.
It's been
Tell them.
10 years since you last fly fished with me. So I think it's about time.
10 years.
Oh, come on, man. You're getting old and grey. I can see it. It's at least 10 years. I think Crystal Waters will be a challenge.
Guys, if Ray is doing Crystal Waters, there's no way I'm going to miss that trip because I love Crystal Waters. If you haven't fished Crystal Waters, let me tell you, there is no other place like Crystal Waters. I fished with a few areas prior to Crystal Waters with Ray.
Yeah.
Crystal Waters was my ultimate fly fishing trip.
I think I'm going to take my mother as well. I want to see her catch a trout.
That'll be awesome.
That's going to be a good one too. Yeah.
Well, let's see which other friends we can get. Let's do a proper Crystal Waters. I keep on telling everyone, you go and fly fishing, have you fished Crystal Waters? And I'm like, yeah, once. Well, most guys know.
What?
And I said, well, next time I'm going to Crystal Waters.
It's the right time of the year.
Is it?
June, July.
Yeah,
Brilliant
you're right.
Yeah,
that is the right time of the year.
Oh, nice cold snow.
So when are we doing Crystal Waters? You're getting me excited now.
I don't know.
It's plain here.
I'll phone and find a date and then we can tell you guys and show you some photos of the place.
Oh, guys, Crystal Waters. So if you know me, you know I do not eat fish. But the only time I've ever enjoyed a fish was at Crystal Waters. It was a smoked trout.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, and there's Ray showing us everything what to do, right? We get out there and we get this huge trout. A good couple of them were all nice size. Nah, he's talking nonsense. We ate it. And he shows with the 32 bones and the tweezers and all of that. It's really a great experience. Would love for you to be part of it. So follow, subscribe, check it out on YouTube. And if they want to come, I mean, just let us know. And we'll see what we can do. I don't know what's the accommodation like?
Accommodation for fly fishing is lovely for families. Lovely.
But how many people can it accommodate?
There's a 6-sleeper, there's a 4-sleeper, and there's the fisherman's.
So we can take some friends.
Oh, we can always take friends.
Okay, cool. All right, so that is going to be coming up soon. Our next trip. If you missed our last trip,
Hey, let's try and organize first. Hey, he's jumping the gun, this guy.
No, because he's talking about Crystal Waters. I mean, the last time I spoke to him, he said we're going to Matat. Now I'm hearing Crystal Waters. I'm even more excited.
No, let's go to Crystal Waters. I think it'll be a good one. The weather is actually quite nice at the moment. It's going to be a late winter. I can see it coming. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think Crystal Waters, late June, July would be the right time to go fly fishing. I think that's it.
Cool. Well, so in between the sardine run, I'm going to go fly fishing.
Perfect.
Why not?
Perfect.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's going to be our trips coming up. You know what? The other day, Ray and I had an absolute blast down at Heart Attack Hill, except for coming up. Well, he made it up. I couldn't. But anyway.
He lost his mic. He lost his camera. He lost I don't know what else.
Yeah, tripod went missing. Other tripod broke.
No.
So anyway, we do have fun when we're out there, and we'd love for you to join us. So let us know if you want to come fishing with Ray and I. We have got a couple requests. We just thought, you know what? Let's just take the guys out, show them what we do, and bring more friends to our videos.
100%.
Right, now, round off the report. What's this weekend looking like?
Weekend, I can see it. definitely southwesterly, blowing hard.
You can see
I
that.
mean, there's a ship coming in, there's white water going all over that ship, so big sea. You can see the big sea over there at the
Massive.
moment. Friday, northeasterly, all the way through until Saturday morning. Durban, maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, that westerly's going to come through.
Yeah.
So
Friday night is the night.
Friday night is the night. Definitely Friday night, you want to go and fish. That's the night for the edible fish, carb, obviously.
Yeah.
Lanterns, eeltail, barbel, fish south pier, any other piers. Friday night is the night to fish.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Saturday, the southwesterly blows again. It's going to be exactly the same as this. Big one, 3-meter swells.
Whoa.
Hard wind. It's going to rain. Lovely conditions to stay at home. Sunday rain. Yeah, spend time, go to Galleria, do what you have to do, shopping, finding of clothes, stuff like that. Monday.
How about we just tie traces?
Start traces.
How about we tie some flies for Crystal Waters?
That's my job. Monday, Tuesday starts becoming northeasterly again. The sea starts setting, but then a big westerly comes again. So it's the start of our westerly conditions. Start of the colder push for the sardines. It's
kind of what we want.
What we want.
Yeah, so it's not really a bad thing. I mean,
it's a good thing.
It's going to dampen fishing this weekend. I mean, but I have no doubt there will still be anglers out there.
The guys on the north coast will smile. I promise you now. North coast, place to go.
Well, guys, like Ray was saying, if you want to see what the conditions are really like on Saturday morning, well, go and check us out on our TikTok page. We'll have some live feeds, irrespective of that west coming through.
I'm going north.
Yeah, well, I'm going all over the place. Ray's fishing comp. Good luck with that, Ray.
Thank you.
Right? What's your plans for the comp?
I'm going that way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the typical competition plans. Is going that way.
No, I'm going north, buddy.
Guys, it's been fun. We are excited about what's coming up soon. I hope you are as well. Make sure to follow us. Oh, and by the way,
congratulations to you.
Yes, I would like to say thank you to my friends, guys.
I forgot about
Daily
that one.
News today. I saw myself in the newspaper.
Funny time he ever sees himself in the paper.
Guys, with this achievement, I would just like to say a special shout out to East Coast Radio for the opportunity, and I also want to say thank you once again to the Kingfisher on supporting us on our podcast. The Kingfisher has been with us from episode 1. I think we're over 160 episodes, and we couldn't have reached these milestones of being on East Coast Radio without their support. And of course, like I was saying, a huge shout out to East Coast Radio, my producers, everyone that believed in our project. This idea, Ray, started off, you remember, in my garage.
100%.
To bring out fishing news, right? 100%. I mean, we were broadcasting from a garage, and now we've reached mainstream radio. And I'm just so grateful.
We're now in the ski boat club, but we're both in the garage. The ski boat club.
We started off in the garage, and we've made it out. We're
going to be Lonnie's. We'll be in the studio. Don't worry, it's getting there.
It's getting there. So, guys, to all our supporters, our fans, our subscribers, thank you so much for this journey. It's not the end. It's that we're at the tip of the iceberg. We are super excited. There's so much more coming out. So make sure to stay with us. Like we said, subscribe, follow, listen to our podcast. This week we have got, we've got Seth and Hutch.
That's correct.
On how they became protea anglers.
Correct.
Which was quite a massive achievement.
Especially for ladies.
The thing is, we all aspire to become the country's best, right? In this podcast, we talk about the challenges of becoming that. And, as a female angler, it's even more challenging.
It's more challenging.
Yeah.
You're entering a male-dominated sport.
Yes.
And you're a lady, and they all look down on you. Believe me, for them to do what they've done in the shortest period possible, they've done extremely well.
They have.
But they've got the will and the drive to do it.
Exactly.
And that's
but, any angler, that's on the female side. You take the males as well. I mean, if these girls can do it like that, it just goes to show we all can possibly become protea anglers.
Of course, definitely.
Now, sticking with
anybody can do it.
Anyone can.
Anybody can do it.
And another protea angler is coming up on Monday. I've got an interview that I've just done with Jace Governor. If you want to know what it's like to catch 300-kilo sharks, guys, we spoke to Jace about it. The sardine run is coming up. There's going to be a lot of those monsters out there. You want to know how to go and catch 300-kilo fish? That's on Monday's podcast. So go check it out, East Coast Radio. Under the podcast, you'll find our fish talking to a microphone.
Correct.
Go and check it out. And yeah, that's our show for
That's
this
our
week.
show. Well done.
Great. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. As always, Vinesh, Soogreem, Ray Thompson, this is your Angler News KZN Fishing Report, proudly brought to you by the Kingfisher.